Lonely rancher saved little twin girls. The next day, their mother arrived and changed his life. The wind had a way of speaking to him out on the open plains, whistling through the dry fence line, rattling loose tin on the barn roof, reminding him of everything he had and everything he'd lost. Sam Whitaker, a rancher whose only daily conversations were with cattle and a half-deaf old border collie, had long accepted that solitude was the price of the life he chose. But that morning, as dawn struggled to push through a curtain of gray clouds, the loneliness felt heavier than usual, like a weight pressing against his ribs. Then he heard it. A sound that didn't belong to wind or cattle. A thin, sharp cry. And then, another. Sam froze. For a moment he thought he was imagining it, years of silence playing tricks on him. But the cries came again, higher this time, followed by a frantic rustling from the patch of scrub brush near the creek. He sprinted toward the sound. There, shivering beneath a mesquite tree, were two little girls, twins, maybe 6 years old, wrapped in thin sweaters far too light for the cold morning. One clutched a torn backpack. The other clung to her sister like she was the only warm thing left in the world. Sam knelt slowly, hands raised the way you'd approach a frightened colt. "Hey there," he said gently. "I'm Sam. You hurt? Lost?" The girls exchanged a terrified glance. The older one. Older by maybe a minute, swallowed hard. "Mom said to run," she whispered. "Said she'd find us." Sam felt something twist inside him. Fear, raw and small and trembling, didn't belong on a child's face. "Come on," he said softly. "Let's get you warm first." He lifted them into his truck, wrapped them in blankets, and drove them to the ranch house. They barely spoke, except to say their names, Lily and June. He made them oatmeal, added extra brown sugar because kids like that, and sat across the table while they ate, tiny spoons clinking against oversized bowls. As they warmed up, bits of their story came out. Their car had broken down on the highway during the night. Their mother had gone to get help but hadn't come back. They had waited, then panicked, and wandered off looking for her. Sam listened quietly, jaw tightening with every detail. The nearest town was 15 miles away. Their mother could be anywhere. When they were finished eating, the twins followed him around the ranch like ducklings. June asked 1,000 questions. What do cows eat? Why is your dog so old? Do horses dream? Lily stayed quiet, but Sam noticed how her small hand always reached for his sleeve, as if needing reassurance he wasn't going to disappear too. By afternoon, the ranch, usually silent as a church, felt different. Lighter. Alive. Sam caught himself smiling more than once. He hadn't realized how long it had been since he'd heard laughter inside these walls. But as evening settled over the plains, worry returned like a shadow. Their mother was still missing. Sam called the sheriff again. Nothing. He sat on the edge of the couch, watching the twins doze beside each other, their tiny chests rising and falling in unison. He felt responsible for them. Not just because he'd found them, but because something about them thawed a part of him he thought was gone forever. Before heading to bed, he whispered a promise into the dark. "I'll find her. I won't let you down." The next morning, as the sun poured gold over the mountains, Sam heard tires grinding up the long gravel driveway. He stepped outside, heart thumping. A woman stumbled from a dusty sedan before it even rolled to a stop. Her clothes were torn, her face streaked with dirt and tears. "My girls," she cried. Lily and June burst out the front door and ran into her arms with the force of a stampede. Their mother dropped to her knees, hugging them so tightly Sam wondered how she was breathing. For a moment, he stood there awkwardly, hands shoved into his pockets, unsure where he fit in this picture. When she finally looked up at him, her eyes were overflowing. "You saved them," she whispered. I walked all night. My car died, and I got turned around. I thought I lost them." Sam shook his head. "They're tough. They held on." She approached him slowly. "You don't know what you've done for me. For us." He shrugged, embarrassment creeping up his neck. "Just did what anyone should." No, she said firmly. Not everyone would. People drove past us yesterday. No one stopped. Her words hung in the air, heavy with truth. Thank you, she whispered. Then something unexpected happened. She hugged him. Not politely. Not briefly. A full, grateful, heartfelt embrace. Sam stiffened at first. He wasn't used to human contact, but then he let his arms wrap around her. And in that simple moment, something shifted inside him. Years of loneliness didn't vanish, but they cracked just enough for warmth to slip in. Before they left, the twins insisted on giving Sam a drawing they'd made. The three of them standing in front of his red barn, all holding hands. In the sky above, they'd scribbled a giant yellow sun with a smiling face. It's us, June announced proudly. We're your friends now. Sam swallowed hard, fighting a prick of emotion. Best picture I ever got, he managed. Their mother watched him quietly. You know, she said softly, kindness like yours, it changes people. It changed me. He looked out across the open land. The same fields that had felt so empty just yesterday. They changed me too. When the car pulled away, the girls waved from the back seat, little hands pressed to the window. Sam stood there long after the dust settled, holding the drawing against his chest. For the first time in years, the ranch didn't feel lonely. It felt like hope.